listening to the Jarod Beeman podcast, baby.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the JBP. And today we have Jack Hanning on.
Absolute pleasure, Jarod. Mom, Dad, I made it. I'm on the Jarod Beeman pod, the JBP.
I love, even if you're being like not 80% sarcastic, I love that you're excited to be on it.
No, I actually am pumped. I'm not tugging your chain. I'm
get
excited.
80 views on this, but there'll be a loyal 80 views.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
So, like I've done for everybody on this podcast pretty much, if you want to give like a little introduction about yourself, this is another one of my coworkers, a producer here at Bustin' with the Boys. And then this will be I think this is the first episode that we actually have a topic we're going to be talking about today that like will be the length of the video. Like this will probably be the first guest one with an actual title besides just like their name. Because usually it's just like Mitch Carsley, Cooper Comstock.
Good call. The name's not going to pull a lot. But,
No. It's because like we finally have a subject. It'll be like movie debate or something like that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Jack Hanning.
I'm excited for that too.
We're debating movies today. I kind of just gave it away. But like fiction versus nonfiction. My rant I went on last week. Jack has been, it feels weird to call you Jack. His nickname's Chef.
You can call me Chef.
I was like, Chef has been pushing back on me really hard this week in a great way. Like he's given me a good argument for my like pretty bad take last week on my podcast. So we're going to debate it here today. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, thank you for the intro. My name is Jack. People call me Chef. I started out as an intern this summer, hired by the one and only Jarod Beeman. I am from Nashville, about 30 minutes outside. Went to the University of Tennessee, just graduated, and I am a producer on For the Dads. So all the FTD crew, if there are any Papa Team 6 members in here, shout out.
They showed up for Sherm's episode.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, there was like, I saw at least like 2 or 3 comments, which like on a channel of this size, like is pretty sizable. That's like half the comment section, like truly.
No, it's crazy because I'm getting DMs now, which is odd. Like I always never, it's not like getting flooded like Sherm and Will do, which is, they deserve it because they're the people that, basically they're the stars of the show. But it's cool to get like
the team
a DM
this small,
here
you'll get DMs. Like I remember, to go off subject, like when I first started at Barstool, I remember because I spent like a year, like the way I got in, which I've probably told like 3 times on this podcast, like the way I got my foot in the door was by DMs. Like I DM'd, I emailed. Actually, the emails what got me in, but I told myself, which I need to hold myself more accountable. I was like, since I got in through emails, I was like, I'll never ignore an email or a DM. And I held that up the whole time I was at Barstool. Then when I left Barstool, people kept DMing me. It wasn't like hundreds. It was like 3 to 5 a week, which is like kind of a lot for a normal person.
That's
like
a good
from
amount.
a stranger. And it just kept going on. And then I feel like I finally stopped responding to him, which I'm not proud of, like probably like 6 months into working here. Again, not that there's like too many. It's more just like I don't have a good response, especially at a small team like this. I'm like, there's not. Like at Barstool, it's kind of like, oh, we actually might be hiring this department. I can steer you in this direction. Here, it's like, I know we're not hiring.
Yeah.
Until we are, then I post all about it. But
yeah, I'm not a texting person.
Yeah.
I will call you any day of the week. If it's a 5-minute convo, it's a 5-minute convo. I don't care. I'd rather do that than text for an hour when it could be like that. That's just how my brain goes.
100%.
I feel very awkward DMing people back because you want to come, like, of course you're excited that usually, like I had one earlier this week of a guy that we had mutual connections from college. And he was telling me like, I have a kid coming in May and, just finished a tour Middle East. And I feel very awkward. I'm like, I don't know how to say it because you want to be like, I don't want to write it like a professional email because we kind of live in a world where it's not like I'm reaching out to, like, but it also like, you don't want to be too buddy on the email and just to make it like weird. It's like a very strange world.
I used to treat it so professionally and like, I used to even like, freaking, one weird thing I used to get kind of a lot. When I say a lot, I mean, it's happened like 5 to 10 times, which I feel like is a lot, is I would do interviews for students' projects in sports media. Like my senior year of college was while I was still working at Barstool, and I used to get a lot of LinkedIn messages that was like, hey, for my capstone, I have to interview someone, and like, you're my friends. Like it would be like 2 degrees of separation. They're like, can I interview you? And they were such awkward interviews, but I used to take those way too serious. Like I would write them really long professional answers. And now like if someone asked me to do that, I would do it, but I would just probably like call them and be like, give them straight up answers rather than like, here's how the world of sports media is. Like I'd be like, no, it's pretty chill and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's we work an interesting profession. Like
Yeah.
getting into this, like prior to this, I have like student experience and stuff, but I've never had like a professional job. And so I have to remind myself that even for media, like this is not your average sports media job.
Not even close.
Yeah.
It's so different. Like, I know you, like, because your student job you had was like very professional and like pretty real deal. And it probably is close to a real production warehouse, but goodness, like with the day that Bustin', if they ever close doors and we all go somewhere else, it's like, it is a rude awakening.
Yeah, and it'd probably be, hopefully that day just doesn't come for a long, long time.
Forever. Hopefully Will Taylor
forever.
never get tired of doing the podcast.
No, hopefully Will doesn't decide to go coach.
Yeah.
Has he ever talked to you about him wanting to coach Nebraska football?
Yeah.
I mean,
We were talking about it the other day.
yeah, dude, he'll sit down and be like, I've heavily considered it. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. Like I would quit the pod or would figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't think there's a way that this happens where you do both. And he's like,
no, there's no way.
but the look in his eyes, if any of you guys ever get the chance to meet Will's a very friendly dude.
Yeah.
He's like extremely friendly, but when he gets serious, he gets a look in his face that is hard to
He's like manic.
Yeah, it's like a manic look where it's like you could see it. It's that old saying of like you can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
You can see it in Will's eyes. He's not screwing around
Yeah.
at all with the notion.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's when I say odd profession, I mean it's just in the sense of like it's hard to relate it to other people or like good friends and stuff. It's the best job in the world.
Oh, yeah.
We come in here and we make stupid stuff.
Like we're at
That's
work
work.
right now doing my podcast.
Yeah.
Like no one cares
Yeah.
until someone does, but
Yeah. Well,
technically we're off hours. But
that's only when you're going to blow up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's going to be a different tune.
Bustin's gonna be looking for a piece of the JBP.
Yeah, they're gonna come and try to
sign in a
shark you. We're wearing quarter zips now, so maybe
we are
that's
representing the Bustin' with the Boys brand right now, BWTB.com and JarodBeeman.com.
we ain't on that little boy shit.
We're not on
We
the little
quarter
boys.
zips and matcha.
Dude, everyone you keep saying that, and everyone keeps referencing that. I still don't even know what that means.
Oh, you haven't seen
It's
it?
like, is it like a trend or something?
Yeah, I'll send you a couple TikToks.
Yeah.
It's these dudes who, well,
Actually, I think
I don't want to get into the nuance. Maybe it would be a little tough for me personally to speak on the nuances of the joke, but
I think G actually did show this to me. Were they walking around like the streets of New York?
yeah, and they're like,
Never
we ain't
mind.
on that Nike Tech shit anymore. We in quarter zips and matcha.
Okay, never mind. I have seen that because they remade that video I think the other day in these. But a hard transition into the reason we're here today, which I'm not gonna like just throw the ball in your court, but you did say like you had stuff prepared for this. Our debate right now, for anyone that did not watch last week,
I think we
And-
should hash that first and talk about why we're
Yeah.
here, and then I'll have some stuff that we can
for
go
sure.
over.
So basically, like last week, and I will go ahead and pull the curtains back a little bit on the bit. I don't actually fully believe what I said last week. The rage bait worked. People were pissed in the comments of the short that I posted. Like paragraphs that took up my whole screen just shitting on me. Basically what I said was that all fiction movies and all fiction shows suck. The only movies and shows that are good are based on a true story, like real or documentaries. I did concede a little bit, and I said shows and movies that are in a realistic world but didn't happen are also good. And the only reason I said that was to fit Breaking Bad in there, because Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. And like, I had to find a way for my argument to twist to like fit my opinion. It was pretty much just like I think I even said in the episode too, I was like, I do like Harry Potter, which is complete fantasy. I think I might have tried to twist why I'm right. So we are going to debate this. Just to pull the curtains back, I'm not actually like a lunatic. I don't think, like I said last
But
week,
the other thing is you haven't seen a lot of movies, whereas I'm like,
which is what made it kind of like I'm being ignorant on purpose, if that makes sense.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
But that's where I'm like, so I'm the opposite. I am a huge movie buff. I try to watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I've turned into more of a TV guy nowadays. But as a
same.
kid growing up, I was heavy movies, and I love fictional movies. Like my favorite movies ever are purely whimsical and
Are you a
nonsensical.
Star Wars person?
Not as much Star Wars as I'm more Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, different genres. I love Star Wars. I've seen them all, but I'm not like I'm not a Star Wars guy. I haven't watched. I watched The Mandalorian on like Disney Plus, I consider if you're like one of the big guys in one of those kind of franchises, I consider, are you going to watch the supplemental TV shows?
Yeah.
That's where I am like, okay, you're
like Breaking Bad. I've listened to like the entire podcast that Vince Gilligan did.
Yeah.
It's called like, I don't even know what it's called.
Incredible show.
Yeah. So good.
Top 2, top 3 maybe.
Which then my argument falls apart a little bit because I love Pluribus, which is a show that Vince Gilligan, who made Breaking Bad, made.
So
it
good.
couldn't be more fictional and fantasy. And it's like he categorized it as sci-fi, which...
Sci-fi, for
it
sure.
is. I mean, probably. I'm not arguing. I just don't...
Yeah, I don't know if we want to... I don't want to spoil, because we're only 3 episodes are out.
Yeah.
It's like the whole... It being like... The DNA that they made is from an alien species.
Then
I think that will play into it later
you're right.
on.
That is sci-fi because it's scientifical and it's fictional. That makes sense. But yeah, that sucks because I do like that. I love Severance. My argument is like those worlds are kind of like, okay, let me twist this back. I think it's like monsters and like heroes that don't exist and like creatures that aren't real. Like that's kind of what I hate on. Because, like, even, like, Harry Potter, like, it's... Never mind.
There's no. Let it out.
Yeah, Harry Potter has a lot of shit in there. Anyway, go ahead with whatever you were going to say.
In my opinion, it's not about... And I think this is what the argument is, like, you have to let yourself be okay with the fact that the movie is not plausible. And then I feel like that's part of the big thing is, like, if you're looking... at everything that isn't plausible in a movie, you will hate the movie. But if you allow yourself to be taken into the world that is created, that's where the magic is.
And like Harry Potter is that.
Yes.
That's like the one fantasy one that like I understand it.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, like when I watch it, it's like an escape. Can I tell you another one? I'm really making your argument for you. Is Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Hunger Games, when I watch any of those movies, I've rewatched them a million times. I suck at debating. Like I fully get immersed in that fake universe. Like and enjoy it.
Yeah, but I can see where you'd get a little more on that because even Harry Potter, like Harry Potter's about wizards and magic, but it's
Hunger Games could be real.
Yeah, in a fucked up world, Hunger Games could definitely be real.
Yeah,
but they do have like those creatures that they manufacture, which maybe someday we can.
But then in my head, I'm like, the government could do that one day.
Yeah, they probably already have.
I just realized because I keep forgetting what I've said in the office and what I've said on here. This is the only other thing before you tear it apart. And which this is the point I kept making to y'all. Like, and I've said this like 3 times now. This is the crux of my argument. But this is the crux. Is movies and shows that are based on a true story and still entertain you. Like when you watch, I'll just say The Social Network again, because that's my personal favorite movie. I'm not expecting everyone to have that as their favorite movie. Amazing movie. But when that movie impresses you and it entertains you for however long, like 2+ hours is a long movie, and it's like amazing. And then you know that really happened. That is... The bar is so high for difficulty because it happened. To make it entertaining, we'll stray away from the fact that it's fiction. Like they make up some stuff. It's loosely based on a true story versus complete imagination. The bar is down here for difficulty. It's like, all right, we can come up with anything. Like we don't even have to base it on a true story. Let's just we're fighting for a planet and we got fucking Harry. I'm cussing a lot. I apologize to my parents. Because I know
I've been trying to do it on For the Dads. It's the same thing. You forget that you're on a pod and I've like bleeped out my.
I'm like, I need to stop cussing. Especially
times.
like, I don't like to say fuck a lot, but just said it again. But it's like these like we're in a spaceship going through the stars and we're fighting and there's a planet with Harry like Chewbacca. Like I don't even know because I've not really seen many of them, which sucks for my argument. But it's like that's so like okay, you could just remember the argument. It was we're all in the office. And we're talking about playing basketball. And we're like, who's the best basketball player here? You have to bring in a friend or something. And I'm like, all right, my buddy Steve, my buddy Joe. And then someone's like, well, my buddy's just LeBron James if we can pick anybody. It's like, okay, well, you could pick anybody.
I get where you're coming from, but here's where I disagree on a couple points. I do think that there are so many amazing true story movies. Like, like one of my favorite movies is Moneyball, which is about, the Oakland A's and which we won't get into how that movie is a crock of shit.
That's in my top 10.
They act like they are the land of misfit toys. They had like a Gold Glove and Cy Young winner on that squad that went on that run. But here's the thing. I would go to say that it's actually the opposite in terms of if you have a really good story, like let's take The Social Network.
Yep.
You have a story of two guys in college making the biggest social media platform ever created. I still think Facebook probably is the biggest, although no one.
I think now since it's Meta, it's probably the biggest.
And he did it. He did it by semi ripping off two other twin. Rich. You have, like
if you
little
made Facebook, you would have made Facebook.
Little Mark Zuckerberg, going up against the Winklevosses, and then he backstabs his co-founder, and it's dramatized, but like there's such a good story there, because there's so much drama that surrounded the making of Facebook that I believe that gives you such a good basis of like, okay, we already have a good thing here. How do we just elevate it? Which I think David Fincher did really well in that movie. But it's like, the ones that impress me, like the nonfiction, are the ones that you're like on paper. It doesn't like. If you ever seen McFarlane USA, little shout out. It's a Disney movie. So. It was based on a true story where a high school football coach hits a player in the locker room, gets kicked out. He's like a famous high school coach and moves his whole family to, I think, New Mexico, where he takes a group of poor kids whose families like all immigrated across from Mexico, and he turns them into like a national championship cross country team.
Yeah,
that movie's incredible.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but that sounds good.
Give it a watch.
Yeah, that just was such a. That was so. I don't know why that was funny.
Those are the ones that I'm like, okay, that's really cool. Those are ones that on paper, like, they don't make a lot of sense. Like, that's a good concept, but where is it going to be great? And then you watch the movie, you're like, oh, but a lot of times those are manufactured because they need to manufacture characters developing and storylines.
Like, what sucks about The Social Network is I'm pretty sure that girlfriend thing was completely
never happened.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's been dating his wife since way before Facebook.
It was
sucks.
Also, like some of the drama with like when Sean Parker came in and they squeezed
Edward
out. Edward
yeah.
was already. I've read that Edward was like a foot out, and he also kept like an ownership level. He's worth like $6 billion. By the way. Crazy move he did. He moved to Brazil so he didn't have to pay capital taxes on it.
Oh,
so he's a resident in Brazil, so he didn't have to pay a lick of taxes.
Dude, Francis Ellis, shout out Francis Ellis, one of my favorite comedians. I may have told you this. He went to Harvard, obviously, and he said when he was at Harvard, because him and Mark were only separated by like 5 years, maybe less. Like they were very close in their time there. But when Francis was there, he said like at parties and stuff, I forgot his name, but it's the Winklevosses, and then there's the third guy.
The Indian guy?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what his name is, but that guy, like after they got their settlement, used to go back to Harvard and just like throw these crazy parties. And Francis said he like partied with him one night, and Francis wouldn't say the number publicly because I'm pretty sure it would like really screw that guy over because they settled outside of court, but that guy told Francis like drunk how much they settled for. And Francis was like, it is like so much higher than the number you think it would be. Like he was like, it was unbelievable. He's like, he just came back to his old college and would just throw these like $100,000 parties like for no reason.
I got a quick question, and this is off topic, but I've seen a bunch of jokes. Is Francis, what does his family do? Because I've always seen that it's like, oh, he's
dude, I should know.
Affluent family.
I mean, they come from a lot of money, but damn.
Because I've always seen that joke where he's like, Francis makes the joke where he's like, like a ski trip, and he's like affluent family, or he'll throw something in. I just figured maybe.
Dang, I wish I remember. Like, I mean, there's a chance that it's law, but I don't think it's law because I think Francis was considering being a lawyer. I hope I'm not wrong.
He's a funny dude, man.
God, I love him.
His series with Dana Beers, where he explains stuff to Dana, is genuinely hilarious. God, and I hope Dana's playing into like a bit there.
Dude, I glaze him so hard on this podcast just until the day that he eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, comes on here. I just am glazing Francis Ellis.
Till he shows up.
Yeah. Sorry, you were making a whole point.
Yeah, I was just going in like, I think that even the good based on a true story, those all like, they have the same elements that any fully fictional story has, and there's a couple things that make a great story, which I will not dive into, like the nerd film side of it.
Yeah. But
like all of them possess the same stuff, which is why I think that if you give some of these a chance, which we'll get into in a second, I think there's so many amazing movies that you would enjoy.
Yeah.
That aren't, and I won't. I don't even like, because you were making the argument about superhero movies.
Yeah.
I think superhero movies, it's not the fact that it's a superhero movie that would make it good or bad.
Yeah.
It's the story, because there's a lot of dog shit superhero movies, but then like I feel like the Dark Knight trilogy is like some of the greatest films ever made.
I did not mind the Joker or whatever. Like I forgot which one I watched, but like didn't mind it. I
one with
also
Heath
don't
Ledger?
mind Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like,
there's some great ones.
I
And then
don't
there's
love them.
some-
I don't rewatch them. Like the story,
Yeah.
like when I left the theater, like with whoever, like my friends when I was younger, I was like, that was like interesting.
I've seen some good ones and I've seen some really bad ones.
Yeah.
Like it's a hit or miss, and it just purely depends. So is like video game movies.
Yeah.
You know a movie that rips?
What?
Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh God, dude, I did not see it, but my best friend Samuel in college, he went back to the theater like 3 times in the same week to go watch it again.
Dude, it's good. I forgot why I watched it.
I will
with
watch
my little
that
brother.
at some point
It's
in life.
actually really good. It's a kids movie, but it's
I
one of
will
those
watch
ones that
that.
you're like, that.
What I do know
rocks.
is I know every word to the Peaches song. I had that in college. For some reason, that really hit with my friend group.
Yeah.
And like at pre-games, we were always playing the Peaches song. Like Jack Black, right?
Jack Black rips.
It is unreal how good that song is. Just
School of you ever seen
Peaches.
School of Rock. That's a very unlikely movie that could happen, but
I think
it
I've
would never.
seen it, but I don't remember it, which is wild.
He plays a music teacher. Substitute music teacher.
The funny thing about my argument is like, which we've pointed out, is like, yeah, if you start naming movies, like I've seen, I really
like,
only
yeah,
seen
that's a
what I
good
want to
movie.
see, and then like anytime someone suggests something where it would be like right outside of my envelope, I'm like, eh. And for whatever you're about to do to me, because you have hyped up that you have a good argument, I will try to be very, I will be dead honest, and I will not try to like say the answer that makes me right. I'll give you that ahead of
Fair
time.
enough. Well, this is not necessarily an argument. We're just gonna play. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to come on?
Can I interrupt real quick? Are you going to talk about movies yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to come on?
I just want to make a statement.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Sit down. You can take my mic.
Cooper
Hey,
Comstock.
hey,
Wait, no, I don't want to hijack this.
friend of the show, Cooper
I just
Comstock.
want to make a quick statement and then I'm gone. I don't know what y'all are talking about right now.
We're talking about movies.
I love Jarod Beeman. I stand with Chef Hanning.
In solidarity.
I don't know what he said. I agree with everything. I stand with Chef Hanning. I just want to get that off my chest. I love Jarod Beeman though. And now I'm out. Goodbye, folks.
You're gonna come on to my show. In my studio.
I said I love you.
Thank you, Coop.
So editors,
What a
cut
man
that
right
part.
there. Yeah.
Editors, just make sure you cut
If you
that.
can't
And
tell,
let's-
the
and
rate-
let's delete that episode with Coop.
In all honesty, like the rage bait did work for a little bit because you had me and Jack
I want to.
were like, we were sitting there in JP. This all come
McPherson?
out in bus seams. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were sitting there like standing there like, this is insane that you're saying this.
Like, because I keep going back and forth between saying like I don't believe it, but like if we're gonna be honest, like in my room by myself, not arguing with y'all, I fully believe what I'm saying. But I do understand that it's stupid and like not. I know I'm not right.
Well, I'm not going to try to prove you wrong. I'm going to try to give you an avenue to maybe come to the
Love
truth
this.
that you might be wrong.
I guess you would say like I believe that my opinion is right to me. I actually don't believe it's right for everyone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I fully agree
Okay.
with that.
All right. Go ahead. I want to hear whatever this is.
So I've written down a couple descriptions, nondescript descriptions of movies that these are not like out of the realm fantasy movies, but these are movies that can never happen. They have some element, story, or a factor that makes them completely nonsensical.
that couldn't happen.
This could not happen. And
Okay.
However,
I know
they
I'm about to
sound.
get
They're gonna
dunked
sound.
on.
They're gonna sound like. Hopefully, they sound like good movies. But these are all. These are all in my
I'm just
top.
gonna try to blindly not think about what the movie this is.
I was gonna say, don't try to guess the movie. These
All
are
right.
all my top 25 movies of all time.
Do you? And you can choose not to answer this question. Do you know if I haven't seen these?
No, I have no clue.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so what I ask is that you don't try to guess the movie, or if you do, good on you.
The only way I think I'll know it is if I've seen it, and my catalog's very small, so you have a good chance of me not seeing these.
These are some famous movies. I know that for sure you haven't seen like 2 or 3 of them 100%. So we'll run through them.
And I say good or bad.
Yeah, you'd say I wouldn't watch that, or yeah, I would watch
Okay,
that.
I'm
and
excited
then at
for
the end
this.
we'll have a little. So, the series follows an adventurous scholar who's equally at home in quiet archives and in the middle of chaotic danger. Each story pushes him into a race against powerful forces over relics tied to ancient myths and forgotten civilizations. He travels from deserts to jungles to hidden cities, relying on quick thinking, a bit of luck, and a stubborn sense of responsibility. Along the way, he encounters allies who challenge him, enemies who underestimate him, and mysteries that blur the line between history and legend.
I would watch. And can I say this caveat? Can we assume with every one of these movies that, let's just say, the actor or actress is someone I like?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might have seen something in it.
Because I don't know who it is, but like barrier to entry, if I like didn't know the actor for almost any movie, which is a bad thing on my part, I'm like not watching something that I don't like the actor. So let's assume like for every single one of these, it's my favorite actor.
Every single movie here has famous movie stars.
Then good. So I would watch.
Okay, and at the end we'll go through which each movie is.
I'm so excited to find out.
So here's the next one. This movie follows a teenager whose ordinary life suddenly collides with a wild scientific breakthrough, sending him into a time and place he'd never meant to visit. Once there, he has to navigate a world that feels familiar but completely off balance, all while trying not to disrupt things he barely understands. With the help of an eccentric inventor, he races against a ticking clock to put events back on track and return home. The fun is in watching how small choices ripple into big consequences, and how he learns that his past has a lot more to do with his future than he ever realized.
I would watch.
Do you think you know that one?
Being dead honest, I was just about to tell you, I have no clue what either of these movies are.
Seriously.
When you start, so I'll tell you, which I know I'm going to look like an idiot.
I bet you everyone at home is like instantly was like, that's that.
And what's funny is when you said a teenage boy or a young boy gets like struck with a scientific discovery, whatever the first line was, I was like Spider-Man. And then when you started going into
Spider-Man, we'll see.
Then when you started going, I was like, I don't think this is like time travel.
It's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know it. Oh, I know what it is. I haven't seen it, but like just off the name of the movie, I think I know what it is.
Yeah. Then we'll hit him on the end. That's crazy. You haven't seen that movie.
I've not seen it.
I hope we're going 5 for 5 here.
Yeah.
This
don't
one
know either.
Set in an alternate World War II in a wartime Europe where several separate plans begin to moving towards the same explosive goal. On one side, a group of unconventional fighters use bold, reckless tactics to strike fear into an occupying force. On another, a young woman with her own painful history quietly sets the stage for a very different kind of revenge. As these threads move closer, tension builds around who will outmaneuver whom, and how far people will go to rewrite the narrative of a world on fire.
Out of all those so far, that's the best one.
It's a good one.
I
wonder, hey, in the comments, see if you can see how many of these you can guess right.
Before he says it, see if y'all can guess. Truly, the second one, like now that I really think about it, I think I could guess it off of literally just the title of the movie. But that one, no idea, sounds good.
Good.
And these are all fiction.
These cannot happen. Yeah. Some of these are like what you've said, where it's like it feels like it could happen, but there is an element that makes it.
Yes.
The one I just read, there's a caveat to, which I'll explain.
Yeah.
But these are nonsensical.
You're getting me right now. This you prepared good for this because like truly those all sound pretty good.
Yeah. Here's I got 2 more.
I'm excited.
It follows a specialist who works in a world where the mind itself can become the setting for high-stakes missions. He leads a team skilled at navigating layered realities where the rules shift depending on who's dreaming and what they're hiding. Their latest job isn't about taking something, but planting an idea so subtly it feels natural to the person receiving it. As they descend deeper into these shifting landscapes, the boundaries between intention, memory, and imagination start to blur, and the biggest challenge becomes keeping track of what's real long enough to finish the mission.
This is the only one I know, and I literally forgot the name of it.
But you've never seen it?
I've seen it, but never like beginning to end.
Oh, buddy.
And what's crazy is I don't remember what it's called, and I don't even remember the actor's name. Like, is it? It's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's in it.
Okay,
it's an ensemble.
And honestly, that movie was really good. What I've seen of it, this is like pretty embarrassing. Some movies that are so deep thinking like that, my brain gets a little like.
Oh, this is a movie that you'd have to watch.
Like it kind of overwhelms me.
You watch the first time and you're like, okay, and then you get it, but then the second time you watch, you go, oh, like I'm starting to really get it.
Yeah, some of those, if it's the movie I'm thinking, it kind of just fucks with my head, and then I kind of just turn it off, which is pretty embarrassing on my part.
Well,
but Good movie. I'll say thumbs up.
Okay.
We're thumbs up on all of them.
Here's our last one. The story follows two ambitious performers whose rivalry becomes an obsession. Each determined to outdo the other will build a world based on an illusion. As their contests escalate, they push the boundaries of creativity, ethics, and personal sacrifice. What begins as a competition slowly reveals hidden depths, secrets, and consequences that neither could have anticipated, making every triumph and failure feel sharper, stranger, and more thrilling than the first appears.
Would watch, have no idea what that is.
Okay, so we have 5 for 5 on watching.
And like that one movie, was the second. Can I guess the second one? Was the second one Back to the Future?
The second one is Back to the Future.
And I have never seen it. I don't even know the plot of it. Truly, all I'm going off of is that there was time travel in it, and I think Back to the Future has time travel.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
It's the famous time travel.
And I don't even know what it's about.
It's an incredible film.
I guess now I know what it's about. And it's never mind. You can just say it.
Yeah. So we'll go for the first. The first one is actually a series, but the first movie is, in my opinion, the best. It's Indiana Jones.
Wait. What?
A series follows an adventurous scholar who's equally home at quiet archives and in the middle of chaos.
Oh, and dude, I've seen one of the Indiana Jones as a kid, and to be honest, I liked it.
Yeah, they're really good.
As a kid, I liked it, and I have not seen it since.
But those are fiction because those have they always have some element of like.
No, you're right. I would hate on that.
Yeah,
I would have said Indiana Jones sucks.
The second one is Back to the Future. Marty McFly and Doc, they go back in time.
I've never seen it.
You will soon.
Didn't know the plot of it until you started explaining it.
The third is Inglourious Bastards.
Is that the one I thought I knew?
Nope.
No, I thought I knew.
This is the World War II one.
Oh, I've heard that's good, and I've never seen it.
It's incredible. It's written by Quentin Tarantino reimagining World War II. I don't want to give a lot away.
Yeah.
The fourth is the one that you...
Is it like Inception? Inception. Okay. So,
and that's an ensemble. So it has Leo, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy. Who's the girl?
I'll say that's the only one I've seen because Indiana Jones I saw like when I was so young that I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
I just remember going to the movie theater as a kid seeing one of them, but I was so little.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to count that. That's the only one I've seen.
Okay.
And honestly, is a banger. I would hate on that if I was trying to make a point downstairs, but it was really good. My brain is kind of just too small for that movie. It's a good movie.
It's a movie that like you have to watch like probably twice because it is like some insane concepts, but I highly advise watching it front to back one time.
Yeah.
Just give it a full shot because it's one of my favorite movies ever. And the last one is called The Prestige.
Oh my God. I've heard of that. I've never seen it.
Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. It's two rival magicians.
Yeah. Did not know that's what. If I had to guess, I thought The Prestige was like a war movie.
That movie has something that I'm not going to give it away because my challenge to you is you liked all those movies.
Yep.
By the next Jarod Beeman podcast.
There's no way.
I want you to watch at least 3 out of the 5 and give an honest review of the 3.
Can we say like one or can we say like two? The net like
2 out of 5, or
No,
actually
it's-
next 2 weeks.
yes, yeah, like 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, and I'll try to watch either all of them or 3 of them.
If you can get
Truly,
through
it's
all
only
them,
because Thanksgiving is
they're
next
all.
week.
Fair point.
That's the only reason because I'm traveling.
Anyone, I'm sure the comments will back me up here. All of those movies are. I think if you were to go to 90% of people, everyone loves all those movies on that list.
Yeah.
They're all in my top 25, and I try to pick popular movies and not like I am not the film guy. I'm not a movie guy to where I'm going to be like, oh, I like this movie because no one knows what it is.
Like an old noir.
Yeah, or like the people are like, I like this French expressionist film.
Yeah.
I'm like, those people suck. Sorry if that's any of you guys. But yeah, those are like top 5 movies. They're all bangers.
You pick good ones because
Yeah. The Prestige is a movie that I rewatched 2 nights ago, so that's why I put it in the list. That has something in it that I don't even want to put you on the track of it.
yeah.
But anyone who's watched it knows that's an incredible film. That's also Christopher Nolan's. That's the same guy who made Inception.
Yeah.
Which wasn't by design, but he's really good. Inglourious Bastards, incredible. All of them are
I've
really
heard
good.
all these names and I've never seen any of them except which I don't even know if you could say I saw Inception. I just like have seen it off and on. Like I remember scenes of it. I remember like where a girl's sitting in a chair and she's like thinking about walking down the road or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's
It's
honestly the only scene I remember.
It's a mind fuck movie.
You know what-
you gotta just dig into it and watch it front to back. It's not a movie you can join halfway through and understand what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that worked. I like his, which would have been so boring. Like I wanted to come up here and just shit on all of them and be like, that sucks, that sucks. But to be completely fair and give it a good chance, those all sounded good.
Awesome.
That was 5 thumbs up.
That's all I need. Yeah, I wrote those last night and I was like, I was reading them back over. I'm like,
You're the first person to ever prep for this show, including me.
well, I tried. I knew I didn't want to come in here and fumble and just be like, I don't know what to say, because I feel like the problem is we've already kind of hashed a little bit of our
We've been talking
argument.
about this for 5 days.
Yeah, we've already kind of like hashed it downstairs. So I was like, I need to figure out a new way. But I think if you watch a couple of those, I think you will be able to look in the camera in 2 weeks and go, I might be changing my stance on fiction movies, because not all of them. And if you're against like the Marvel movies, that's fair. Like I'm not going to bash anyone for like superhero. I love superhero movies, but it's like I'm not gonna, or like Lord of the Rings or stuff like, not, it's different tastes for everybody. Like I'm not a crazy Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
So
I do think the sentence is hilarious, which I said last podcast, just to say like, which is such rage bait. It's like, you're not like dumb if you like them. It's just for kids. Like it's so disrespectful. Like it's kind of like when people say about WWE, like that's for children, which is so disrespectful, because it's like, I think it's legitimately
there's people who, like that's like their life. Like there's people who like they love those things so much, and I'm not one of those people. But
I think it's literally one of the biggest sports. Like
WWE,
isn't it like one of the most watched sports?
Yeah, dude. So last year I watched as a kid growing up.
I hated it my whole life.
It's not for kids. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
But last year during I was doing my 5th year of college.
Yeah.
Living with my roommate, and we got so bored. It was spring semester, and we are both just trying to get out.
Yeah.
That like Monday nights we started watching WWE Monday Night Raw, and it was kind of electric.
I actually understand, like, because when I was younger, I think I used to think that everyone that watched WWE thought, this is a stupid ass view. Like, this is so dumb on my part. I thought that everybody that was watching WWE thought it was like real, like the same as boxing or UFC.
I thought it was real until like I was probably 10,
which makes sense. But
yeah,
I thought like the kids and the adults and everybody thought it was real. Once I realized that like at least the adults understand that it's theater, which is cool.
Oh, if you're an adult and you think any of that's real, you have serious issues.
And I don't think anyone does, like, which we've had like the WWE guy in here, and I've actually heard a couple of them in interviews, Logan Paul being one of them, which I actually do believe this. They're like, we have a storyline. When we get in there, like if something like we do
100%.
the improv, which I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. And I kind of have a respect for the art of it.
I would say if you want to watch something really cool on Netflix, it's called Mr. McMahon.
Oh, it's in my list to watch later.
Buddy,
Isn't he like
incredible documentary? Yeah, he's
bad, right?
Knee deep down in shit.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought he was bad.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff's come out, but
I want to. It's literally in my list on Netflix to watch. It's a documentary, right?
And I'm a big documentary guy.
Yeah,
I love nonfiction stuff too.
Yeah,
I actually just started. I'm gonna feel old for saying this or lame. I started watching Ken Burns put out a new documentary on the American Revolution.
Dude, Ken Burns is sick.
Dude, I walked home. My dad was watching it. I was like, I might need to get on it.
Shane Gill's got me on. Not personally. He talks about it on podcasts.
Dude, Ken Burns rocks.
Dude, there's this YouTube video. I think I've told you about it before. It's literally just called The Entire History of the United States, and it's like an 8 or 9 hour YouTube video. And when I lived alone, I used to just I would turn it on every night when I'd go to sleep. I'd fall asleep to it, and I'd roughly remember where I was, and then I'd do it again. And then I finished it by going to sleep to it every night, like remembering where I was. It is incredible.
Those kind of shows where you can just doze off, but they're entertaining, so it doesn't feel like you're putting something boring on just to put something boring on. I am big in the camp of the best sleep you ever get is the sleep where you doze off.
Yes.
And you don't even know
and
that
dude,
you're falling
history
asleep.
is so easy to doze off to.
Yeah.
That's why this is the most like unk take of all time. And I don't actually believe, I don't believe what I'm about to say. But, kind of do. But I'm like, dude, history is so entertaining. Like, why are we making shit up? Like, such cool things happen. But that is such an unk take. It's like...
No, I agree. There's so many good movies that are based off of history, too. Like... those are like, you want to pull me in, like show me a good war movie that's based on a true story. Like show me even anything set. It's a fictional story set in World War II or the Afghan, like 100%. Black Hawk Down's real. Like the Hurt Locker. That's an incredible movie set in, over
That's
in Afghanistan.
That's a good point. Fictional things set in historical things. I guess I would say my closing my closing argument would be, which when we're all talking downstairs, I'm still going to like argue, but not to you at least, I'll show you respect, but
thank you.
But my argument would be like, I still agree with all my opinions, but that doesn't mean that fiction sucks. Like
I can live with that.
I like nonfiction and realistic things more because of all of this, but that does not mean that there should be a negative connotation on fictional things. Thus, I should give them more of a chance, and I will.
Okay, I can live with that, and I think if you just give an open mind,
that all means I'll give it a more open mind.
Yeah, then I can live with that because I think hands down the greatest movies ever made. A lot of them are purely fictional, and those are movies that are genuinely like you hold them so near and dear to your heart. And I think if you give it a good chance, you'll find some of those.
Yeah, because Hunger Games is such a lame one, but that's up there for one of my favorite series.
And I'm gonna
Shutter Island.
I'll be buddy.
That's completely fictional. Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, I'm stupid. Obviously, that's fictional. I mean, it could be.
It could happen.
Yeah, that could have happened.
It's a scenario that could happen, but completely fictional.
Yeah,
that movie is really good. It's I will say that The Prestige is it's mindfuck level of Shutter Island.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm excited.
Movies are amazing. Movies are great because they tell a good story. And I think the best movies pull you into a world that is so cool that you would want anything like Harry Potter's one.
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy that I read, like, read
I
all
actually
the
did
Harry
read all the
Potters.
Harry Potters.
I read all of them. I read them a few times. I'll reread them like every 2 or 3 years.
I think reading fiction is cooler than watching fiction.
I agree.
Which is a lame take.
Because you can imagine
yes,
it. And a lot of times the books are like, it's true. The books are better. Like the Hunger Games, the books are better.
Yes.
Harry Potter, the books are better.
Yeah.
Even, I'll tell you another one in the same era, like the Maze Runner.
I'd never seen any of them. I know what the movie poster looks like. That's as far as it goes.
It's like that. It was like when all those
That's
dystopian
not red pill,
movies.
blue pill, right?
No, that's the Matrix. You never seen the Matrix?
No, and I started it, and that was another one where it not offended. It intimidated my brain so much that it made
that's a movie that will keep you up.
It made me like really uncomfortable, and I just had to turn it off.
That I can like fully understand.
Like I really just did not like how I felt watching it, and I had to turn it off.
Those ones that deal with like life and death and existence, I get that.
I think
those are ones that you're like, they will keep you up at night.
I think the first time I ever watched it was around the first time I ever smoked weed, which I've only smoked weed like once or twice.
That's a bad movie to watch for.
And I didn't even watch it when I was smoking, but I had a really bad experience the first time I ever smoked. And
just having one of those moods.
Like a mind-bending experience that I think changed my life forever. And I think I watched it within the same month, and I don't think my brain was like ready for a movie like that. And I was like, oh my God.
No, I get that. And there's a movie that I'm trying to think of that's the same thing where I was like, I can't watch this, and I had to turn it off like halfway through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we're going to get, I think Jarod Beeman's going to change a little. I think this is a chance for some really great growth, and you can still hold your opinion and but slightly alter it and go, you know what? There are a lot of good movies that are fictional.
Rather than saying like fiction movies suck, maybe I can get to a point where I just say
but I really love movies that aren't fiction.
Yes,
but I also like fiction movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no like.
What a world that would be.
Yeah, and I think I think I'm there, but I'll try to get there better. Last week it was truly just because I had that argument a little bit in the office. I was like, I bet I could sit down for 30 minutes, like with no one pushing back on me, and really just rip. Which is what I did. I just ranted at my desk.
I'm excited about I'm glad I did the nondescript thing, because I think if I told you to watch these 5 movies,
you did that
without
perfectly.
giving you with trying to tell you what the story's about, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
That worked perfectly.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But if you start I do think if you start explaining like the plot of Star Wars, even if I didn't guess that it was Star Wars, I would be like, that's lame as hell.
Here's where I am on Star Wars. This will probably get me into a big old heap. I'm really big on the original trilogy. because those are like you gotta. That's one where you got to put your mind into the world and just forget the fact that it's not real. And then you realize
It
it's
looks
just
so bad.
it's such a good story. I'm a sucker for old movies and like old vision. I don't need things to look like. In fact, I think that a lot of those older movies that are like bad practical, like they're almost better than like the modern CGI mush. Like depends on, but I'm not a big Transformers guy.
Awful. That, which Mitch, I think, loves Transformers.
I think he loves them.
I
a
will
lot.
never move on that needle.
My roommates in college.
Transformers sucks. And I've watched them, and they suck.
Dude, I had roommates in college that the only movie they would watch is Transformers 3. Not even the original.
Fast and Furious, I hate. I don't know if you have an opinion.
A few. No,
I'm sure
like,
it's
some
actually.
of them suck.
I'm honestly sure it's actually a good story. There's like
First, second,
empathy
and
with
third.
it.
The original 3 are
Yeah.
really good, and then Fast 5 bangs. That's the one with Dwayne The Rock where they're in Rio.
I could see them being okay because you get bought into their story. It's a good story. I don't know.
No,
I think
they've
racing
gotten
is
to a
dumb.
point where they really suck. Now
Yeah.
it's like Fast 7, but those original 3, like the first one was actually about like street racing and stuff.
Yeah.
It was sick.
I'm sure that was interesting, but like when I just think of Fast and Furious as a whole, I'm like, that's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
The only thing which I will not concede on an inch, and this is an opinion that I would truly say this is only my opinion. I actually don't judge anyone for their opinion. Like the fiction thing, I was like projecting and being like, fiction sucks. You're dumb for liking fiction. This is only me. Old movies that look bad, I don't like. Like the old Star Wars things, I can't get past it looking like crap. I don't like the new CGI. I really just like well shot movies. Like the Social
I can
Network.
get behind that.
Like the Social Network looks really good. It's shot really well. Breaking Bad was shot on real film.
Yep.
But it just looks so amazing.
Here's
I
where
hate those old movies that look like crap.
I'll give you the inch on like movies that do look bad, like that aren't shot well. I think that old movies that are shot well are 5 times more beautiful than any modern digital film because they're shot on film and there's a bunch of weird nerdy shit I can get into. But they like when you watch, if you go back and watch Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's gorgeous, dude. Because
Well, I'm talking like really, really old, I think.
you're thinking like 30s and 40s,
Like
50s.
when was Star Wars? Like those first Star Wars?
78?
Okay.
First Star Wars.
I'll say like that. Like that's like I'm not even talking.
yeah.
The 30s ones aren't even in my conversation. But like those first Star Wars, I cannot even remotely get bought into.
I think it's because you didn't watch them as a kid and like
For
modern
sure.
CGI's progressed so much that since you haven't watched them as a kid, you're like, oh, like this doesn't even make any sense. But like at the end, like if you did watch them growing up, you couldn't compare them to the modern CGIs
And
much.
I don't think I'm right. Like I understand this is a stupid take.
I think Star Wars isn't good because it has like the CGI and thing. I think it's a really good story.
Like
which is
Jaws, I can't get past Jaws looking like crap. And
why. You
I think-
just mean the effects.
Yes, and I think I've told you I've literally watched like 2 separate like mini documentaries on the making of Jaws, and I'm so interested. I think it's such a cool story. I think Jaws is a cool story. It's just when I sit down to watch Jaws, I'm just like, oh, I hate this.
I like Jaws. I don't think Jaws is like people put Jaws up there with like some of the. I don't think it's Spielberg's best stuff. I think E.T.
He hates it.
Saving Private. Yeah,
I don't know if he still does,
I'm
but
not-
he hated it at the
Yeah,
time.
Saving Private Ryan's a really good Spielberg movie.
Yeah, it
World
is.
War II.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It just depends. Like some of those 80s, 70s movies. Like I love Jurassic Park, and that's all animatronic. Or I guess the Raptors were CG in that, but that's a beautiful. I guess that was all CG. I'm trying to remember, but
I don't remember. Didn't they
I
shoot
think
it
it
at the
was.
same time as Jaws?
yeah, it's very close to each other.
Because the documentary thing I watched.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
parts?
No, that
I
needs
really
to be,
don't even
that
have-
needs to be in.
I don't
That's a
even
good
have that
one.
much of an opinion. I don't really dislike or like it.
Jurassic Park rocks.
I might watch that.
All these movies rock. Like I don't.
Spielberg
feel
made 2 movies at once. I forgot what they were.
like, you're right, and it was 2 of his earlier
'Cause the
movies.
little
Jaws was one, and
I
then
think it was actually the really depressing movie. What?
oh yes, he made Schindler's List, and
I'm talking about Schindler's List.
He made Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan back to back. Is
but
that
then
right?
I think he made Schindler's List and Jurassic Park or Jaws at the same time.
Schindler's List was late '90s, I think, or early 2000s.
What 2 movies did Spielberg make
I'm
at
trying
the
to
same
remember
time?
because he made them back to back.
There's 2 that were
Jaws is before Schindler's List. I think too far.
Spielberg directed Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same year.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yes, because I remember him talking about, because one of those little mini documentaries I watched, he was talking about how much he hated, I think, making Jurassic Park or something.
I've
Schindler's List.
seen this. He hated how depressing Schindler's List was to make, and then he got to go into Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Because if you've watched
Yeah,
Schindler's
I
List,
think that's
that's
what it
a
was.
brutal fucking movie to
I actually
watch.
don't even think I have.
Well, it's a really, really good movie, and it's important to watch, but like it's a hard watch.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not like in a, you got to be kind of, it's almost like one of those movies that you got to go into not trying to prep yourself, because if
Yeah.
you think it's bad, it's like a very depressing movie. It's
Yeah.
about the Holocaust, and
I knew it was a really. All I remember is that it's like a depressing movie because he said it in interviews.
Inglourious Bastards is so fucking awesome, and it's the
Yeah.
complete opposite, where it's a bunch of Jews that killed Nazis.
Really?
It's about a Jewish.
Did not
it's
even
about
know
a,
that.
Brad Pitt leads a Jewish regiment of special forces, special force, Jewish army members who they're like a guerrilla warfare tactics. So they're like behind enemy
Sounds
lines
amazing.
in Germany.
Yeah,
and they
I will
just
watch that, and that is
kill and
fiction.
they scalp Nazis.
That
It
is sick.
rips, dude.
I did not know that that's what that was about at all. Which is crazy. I've made it 25 years without knowing that.
That movie is so incredible, and I promise you, when you watch it after the first scene, and anyone who's watched Inglourious Basterds knows what I'm talking about, with Hans Landa. I'm trying to think of his name, but it's a 20-minute sequence that takes place in one room, and you will be hooked after that.
Yeah.
I need to stop giving away the movie.
I'm so excited to watch it.
I might go rewatch it.
I'll
tonight.
just cut because we could
Yeah.
talk for hours about
Yeah.
this.
I was gonna say we can outro it if you want.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I could just start.
going.
I think I would say objectively, I think you have succeeded, like on what you came up here to do.
That's awesome.
I think,
I'm excited.
And I
dude.
came up here thinking you probably would because you prepped and you're a smart person. And I was like, not just to glaze you, but I was like, I don't think you're gonna come up here like I don't know.
You
like
had
me.
you had an open mind to it, and
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna. We could have gotten into like a heated argument where we just you rage bait me, and then I'm trying to. And I'm glad that we actually
I
had
think do I at least like when we're arguing downstairs, do I do at least a good job of like letting you know that I'm not like
yeah,
actually trying to piss you off?
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah. I don't think
Like
you're
I'm
trying
not actually like y'all are dumb as hell for liking that.
Oh no.
I don't think I do that because I've tried to toe
Because
the line.
I love these movies so much, and they're so beloved by anyone else anyway that I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I
then
mean,
I'm
like
wrong.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm like
yes.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I said it last week. I've said this like 20 times. I think I did say like, again, in my bedroom at night, do I actually like by myself believe, like fully like I'm right? Yes, but that doesn't mean I think everyone else is wrong.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair, and that's gonna change soon.
Yes, it will change. I will
So
watch some new
2
movies.
2 weeks to try to watch at least 3 of them.
I'm definitely gonna watch.
If you had to pick 3 from that list, I would go Inglourious
That's
Bastards.
number one.
For ones that I think you would like, I'd say watch all of them because they're all really
Yeah.
good. Go Inglourious Bastards, The Prestige,
Yes, that's the two that I would have said.
and then depending on what you like, I would go either Back to the Future or Inception. If you've already seen Indiana Jones, I think you would. Back to the Future. Back to the Future's incredible movie.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think
like-
I think it would be Inglourious Bastards, whatever you just said,
But
Prestige.
But if
or
you
whatever,
hate like
and then-
80s movies with like bad, Back to the Future is not bad CGI. It just it's the same kind of thing where it's like it's just older CGI.
Yeah.
So but it's not a lot. There's like 2 scenes in particular that I'm thinking of that you would be like, that sucks.
Like I hate old movies with either bad practical effects or bad CGI. An old movie that doesn't have either of those, which I love, is Shutter Island. I don't know when Shutter Island was even made.
2000.
Oh my god, it was in the 2000s.
8?
It was
Yeah.
made in 2008. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a 90s movie.
Maybe early 2000, maybe 2004.
When was Shutter's Island made?
Oh yeah, Leah, that's 2010.
Oh my god, 2010?
Yeah. That's Leo. It's shot on film. That's why.
Crazy.
Because up until
I
you know,
was so wrong.
You know, the first movie that David Fincher shot fully on digital was The Social
Really?
Network.
Yeah.
Because he used to be a director that I'm getting out of the track here. He used to be a director that he didn't do a lot of takes because he's
Yeah.
notorious for like that scene where Jesse Eisenberg and that girl, I forget her name, were talking.
Uh-huh.
You know, they shot that like
Dude,
70 times.
Yes, I literally watched a YouTube video the other day about Fincher breaking down that.
Yeah.
And they
'Cause he
said I
wanted
think
it
they
to
were
become
there
so
like
mundane that he like that.
I think they were there like all night doing that.
Yeah.
And what did you just say about it being mundane? Like there was a reason behind it.
He wanted the conversation to to feel like that they were so mad at each other that it's like it's so instinctive.
Yes,
that
yes.
it was like in their heads and like what they're saying, something along those
Yes,
lines.
you're right.
Or they've had this argument a million times.
Did you watch this video I'm talking about? Because you're
Probably.
explaining like what I just watched.
I am film like if you go to my YouTube algorithm, it's a lot of like it's golf YouTube
Yeah.
and then like film breakdowns and stuff.
Dude,
That's
I'm
all
big
I
on
watch.
film breakdowns, even though
love
I'm a
film
film
break-
hater, but like
You need to get in because Jared, you possess all the qualities of a film of a guy who loves movies.
I mean, I'm a producer, like not of
Yeah.
a movie, but like a
But
show.
you got it for TV too.
Yeah.
Like you like the TV side. And
Dude,
it's like these are all I've turned into a TV guy. I love good TV.
If this is what we close on, it can be, but I got to give a
Yeah.
shout out to this freaking channel. If anyone is still watching this and they like breakdowns,
Oh, there's a couple good ones. I hope
So-
we're thinking the same one here.
so this one only does Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul though.
okay. Then
Better
definitely
watch
doesn't.
TV. Every
Are
episode.
they doing Pluribus?
I
would think if it's
pretty
Vince
sure
at
they
their-
literally it's basically a channel for Vince Gilligan. Not yet, but I'm sure they will because they always do Vince Gilligan
Pluribus
stuff.
rips.
They do a 30-minute breakdown. They go through the episode and stop it and point out things. One of the things they show, which is just kind of an interesting thing, as Breaking Bad goes through, because it's shot on film. You know what film
Oh, I've
artifacts
seen this
are?
guy.
Dude,
yes, he
is
does the artifact counter.
unreal how good it is. He does an artifact count.
And he does the like counting, and it's like blah 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 secret details or something like
yes,
that.
yep. It is unreal
You
channel.
know, I actually one night I forgot when this was. This is like after I started working here. I got into those and I watched every single one of Breaking Bad from season 4 up until the end of season 5.
I got so into this when I used to drive back and forth to Atlanta a lot. I have fully finished his Breaking Bad ones.
Yeah.
And I'm, I guess all of it, because I'm up to, he hasn't finished Better Call Saul yet, and I'm up to, you can literally look at his channel. It is the red mark all the way on every single video. It
That's
took me
sick.
a long time to do it, but I've listened to, I think, every single video on his channel.
That rips.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, he has some like random videos, like 24 hidden details in 1 minute. Like, I don't watch those, but I watch the episode breakdowns, and they are unreal.
Yeah, they're really good. I'm a sucker for anything like that. I'm a sucker for like I love to know like why that's, and this is like where I'm probably this is a I don't know the word to say it, but like you know a lot of people love movies just to watch a movie. Like I love movies to be like, oh, why did he do that? Why is the camera
Yeah.
there? Like, oh, that's a cool detail. Like, what is he trying to say? And that is like a very like nerdy thing to be like.
I think
"Oh,
we're more
love
alike
it."
than I thought we were in that, because I do watch so many movie breakdowns. Where like when I'm watching the movie, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
But then if I watch,
like a great movie doesn't make you think about
if
that.
I watch Social Network the first time, I don't think about it. Then once I like a movie, I start just looking it up on YouTube, and I want to know everything about it. I want to watch all the cast interviews.
If a director is like known for that, then I'll pay like with like Pluribus that just came out with
Vince,
how
yeah.
Gilligan is. Like I've been the first 3 episodes, I've been sitting there like, oh, I wonder what. Oh, that's what that probably
Like, the
means.
fact
You
that
know,
they're
like
in-
oh, she's dressed like that. She's wearing that color. Like
Am
all
I
that
wrong?
kind of stuff.
Am I wrong to assume that is that Hank Schrader's neighborhood that she lives in?
Yeah.
It looks like it. I never Googled it.
No,
like,
not Schrader's, but another. It was the.
no. I thought it's Schrader's cul-de-sac. It looks exactly like
I
it.
think it is. I think someone said it's not actually Schrader's cul-de-sac. It's someone else in the show's cul-de-sac. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
It looks just like it. Like the one where Walt spins out and he runs over the kid's toy. That looks like the.
Vince could do something crazy, and because I saw that it's dial phones, so I don't know when it's
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
And I'm like, imagine this is all set in just an alternate world, and we see Hank come out.
Dude,
that would fuck you.
Dude, what I love about that Better Watch TV channel is he'll point out any inconsistency with dates.
Yeah.
Like if Kim is on her computer typing on Windows or something, he's like, that's actually Windows blank. And that
Yep.
came out 3 years
Oh,
after
he
this is set.
nitpicks
It
hard.
is insane how good he is at that. Or like literally like if there's a water bottle sitting right here, he's like Body Armor, like that actually wasn't their logo in that year. They updated it's like I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, that's insane.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
just
we'll
gonna keep
get on
talking
it.
for
Yeah.
hours. Thank you guys for watching, Chef. Thank you so much for doing this. This
Happy to be
was
here.
so fun. This is probably the most smooth one ever. Like just like no breaks of talking the entire time.
Easy going. It was a pleasure, man. I had such a good time. Mama, I made it on the JBP.
I'm not trying to cut us off. I just know we could talk about this for
Yeah,
hours.
we'll just keep going. I have to fly out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I was
so
going to say, I
have
know
to
you're busy. I'll just go ahead and cut us off. If you guys want Chef back on, comment down below. We can literally do this again next week or the week after.
comment how many you got right out of the movies.
I'm very curious. I would have only gotten one of them.
I'm gonna read it out downstairs and see how many
Yeah.
you guys get.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.